let's talk about the pros and cons of having a job versus having a business. I have done all different kinds of jobs. I used to be a waiter. I've done door-to-door sales, which is tough, telesales. I worked for a temping agency. I worked my way up to being a sales trainer and then sales director for a software company in London. So that was a real, high achieving job, and delivery driving, all of it. And I've had so many businesses of all different kinds in different industries as well. So right now I run the Q-RIT Quantum Healing Academy, where we teach people how to become the world's most powerful healers. I run the StandOut Speakers Academy for people who want to learn public speaking, and I have other businesses and stuff as well. So I've really been feeling today like the difference between working an 8 or 9 hour shift in a job, especially if it's quite a manual job like delivery driving or being a waiter or something like being on the phones, versus working 8 or 9 hours a day on your own business or building a business. And I just wanted to talk about it because I'm sure a bunch of you are in a job right now, maybe thinking about starting your own business, or you're in a business right now that's not going so well and you're thinking about getting a job. And what I did when I first built my business in 2016 is I was doing both. So I would work my job as a sales director. So I was in London in Shoreditch. I would leave for work at like 7:30-ish, 8 o'clock. I would be in the office all day. I'd get home at 7 p.m, 7:30 p.m. And then I would work on my business from 8 p.m. to midnight, like 4 hours, just building, messaging, doing something, building my website, whatever, right? Creating content. And on weekends, I was going to networking events, training events, running events. And that was how I built things up until it took about 6 months. So I was working with this really good mentor. And then I was making more money in my business than I was in my previous job. And so it just made sense to stop working in the job. And here's why. So all the different jobs I've tried, they all have different things that are great and different things that aren't. So for example, when you work a physical job, so like delivery driving, it takes a physical toll on you, right? You can injure yourself. It's physically tiring. So you get home at night to your kids and you're tired, right? And it's like your battery's low. Or you work a job like telesales, right? Or door-to-door sales. And they were, for me, emotionally and spiritually draining. I used to say they were like soul-sucking because you're just cold calling people who don't really want to speak to you. You're just looking for that 1 in 100 person who actually wants to speak to you. And that is so challenging. You can, of course, get sales jobs where you only speak to people who are interested, right? So they make inquiries. That's what I really like to do. So if you go to my website, lukescottofficial.com, you can inquire and book a call with me, and I can call you and I know you're already interested. They're great calls to have. So, there's all different kinds of jobs that I have tried, and like whether it takes a physical toll or an emotional toll or a spiritual toll. And you're basically being paid to do something essentially that you don't really want to do. Now, of course, you might be one of the lucky people who has a job that you actually love to do, and so you get paid to do what you love to do. And there definitely are those. So for example, it's a company who I work with who are building communities around the world, like actual physical communities, like working with them. So if you're building communities, that's going to be great, right? And especially if you get to live there and enjoy there, there's all different options like that. But most people are working for companies they don't really care about. That's what I used to do. You do an interview and you're like, they say, why do you want to work for this company? Oh, I just really love it. I love what the company's doing. This is what you used to say, right? Really love what the company stands for. You don't, right? You just care about, I was working for an accounting software company, right? Software's cool. It helps people. We used to do it on paper. Now we can do it on a computer. It's faster. You have better records. It's easier for filing stuff, right? But am I really passionate about it? I used to pretend to be on the phone. And companies need employees, right? You have the visionaries, you have the CEOs or the people, the founders who have the big vision, and then you need people who bring it into reality. So I call them supporters. But think about how you're spending your life energy right now. Are you investing that in a company you actually care about? Are they doing good stuff in the world? Are they helping the world, or are they hurting the world? And I remember I went to an award ceremony. We went there. I was doing some activism. It was for one of the UK's biggest chicken farming companies, and I was doing animal rights activism at the time. And I remember speaking to someone in their marketing team, and they were basically rewarded if they sold more chickens. So their job was to kill as many chickens as possible, right? The more sales they get, the more chickens got killed. That was their job. So they were being paid to hurt animals. And I was like, oh, it's really interesting. I had this deep chat with them, and I think about people who might work for Coca-Cola, right? If your job is to get as many children as possible to drink Coca-Cola products, like, are you helping them? Are you hurting them? It's an interesting thing to play with, isn't it? So this thing about, like, as an entrepreneur needing supporters, I think is really important, because being an entrepreneur is difficult. There's this topic I love, it's called choose your hard. So working 8 hours, 9 hours a day on a business is hard, well, most of the time, especially if you're starting out, if you're doing things you don't know how to do, if you are a one-person entrepreneur, solopreneur, so you are the accountant, you are the salesperson, you're the marketer, you build the website, you do the content, right? Maybe you have a team. I've had a team, so I have, people who help me, VA, marketing team, everything, sales team, affiliates. Running a team is challenging, right? Because you have all of these people that are looking to you to get them good quality leads, to make sure they have all the tools they need to answer problems when they come up. And apologies if I'm getting a bit sweaty here. It's really hot. We're in the UK. We're in one of the UK's hottest heat waves ever, but I just felt inspired to leave this for you. So as an entrepreneur, though, you get the opportunity to do something that you don't get to do when you're in a job. So if you work a 9-hour shift as a delivery driver, let's say you get paid £15 an hour, right, which is the average wage here in the UK. You'll go home with 100 and something pounds for the day. You don't really have much opportunity to make more than that. But as an entrepreneur, you get the chance to build a system that can even make you money while you sleep. It can bring you customers even while you're on a beach drinking a coconut. Now building that system, learning how to do sales funnels, learning how to do marketing, learning how to do ads, it's all a different kind of hard. So which kind of hard do you choose? I'd love to know your thoughts on this. Do you prefer being in a job? Do you prefer being an entrepreneur? Do you do something in the middle? So if you have a skill, you can become a consultant and you can do that skill for other businesses as a self-employed person. That's a great option as well. So I've done consulting with like charities to do public speaker training for them. I did public speaker training for a university recently, helping their students to become better speakers. So, you can consult on stuff like that as well. So that's kind of like a middle ground. Are you working a job right now, but you have a dream to build a business? Are you doing it alongside it? Do you need some inspiration? Do you just need a push? Or are you in a business that's not going so well, and are you thinking about getting a job to supplement your income? I'd love to know your thoughts on this. It's a beautiful, deep topic, and I believe there's a way for you to live your life where you are doing things that are aligned with who you truly are, with your values, with your beliefs. If you're supporting companies that are doing great stuff in the world, I think you might sleep better at night. If you work for a big arms weapons company and when you get bonuses for starting wars, there are many people like that. We just had something like that happen. A war is big business. Do you want to work for those companies? Do you want to work for a company that's hurting the world, that's chopping down rainforests? I don't know. It's an interesting thing to play with, isn't it? So let me know your thoughts. And these Let Talks, this is a series I'm going to do. We can talk about anything, about mental health, about healing, about confidence, about anything. Let me know, what would you love me to make a video about that we can talk about? And I'd love to share when I feel the inspiration. And maybe you could start sharing when you feel inspiration. And maybe that could be the start of your business, being a content creator. It's a great thing to do. Maybe you need to learn how to be more confident speaking on camera. That's one of the things I teach. Send me a message if you would love to get more confident on camera, or if you want to learn about Q-RIT, become a quantum healer, become a Q-RIT practitioner. It's one of the best and fastest ways. In 5 weeks you can get certified, then you can start getting clients and create an extra income for yourself. So many ways. I'm here to help. I want to help everybody be more abundant, and however you decide to do that. If you support me, fantastic, I'll make you so abundant. If I can support you, fantastic, let's make you more abundant. Oh, there's so many beautiful ways we can improve each other. We all have different pieces of the puzzle. You're amazing. Whatever you decide to do,